All right, I want to show you a little short video. It's about 4 minutes long, but it's of Bill Johnson. And I've alluded to this, I've actually quoted him, but I thought I just want to get it up in video in front of us. Uh, Probably all of us love Bill Johnson. We all know that he's not God, and he's not the absolute answer man and end all of all. But nonetheless, it is inspiring and encouraging to me to hear him say an affirmation, in fact, a very strong affirmation about the ascended life. He actually uses that exact wording. And then he goes on to say, in just the first minute of this, he says, "It's my desire that Bethel, the community of Bethel, would learn to the instruction and the practice of the ascended life in the next couple of years." So I just want to play it for us in video form, and just kind of get it in our, so that it's in our world, in our paradigm.
Most of our lives are spent in the middle of challenges, difficulties, problems, victories, whatever it might be. And in the middle of these issues, we are crying out to God for him to come and help and to fix the situation. But Jesus modeled a different way of living. I hope that we can come into this in instruction and experience more thoroughly in the next couple of years. Some have referred to it as the ascended life. It sounds too abstract, perhaps, but just follow me with this. In John 3, Jesus says to Nicodemus and the guys that are hanging out, he says, "No one has ascended to heaven except for the Son of Man who is in heaven." Think with me. Son of Man who first descended and who is in heaven. All right, so think with me on this. This is John 3. This is early in the game. Jesus hasn't died yet, which means he hasn't resurrected. He hasn't ascended to the right hand of the Father, and he hasn't been glorified yet. And yet in this passage, he announces to the group, he said, "No one has ascended into heaven except for the Son of Man who first descended from heaven." What is he saying? Do you want to know how he knows what the Father's doing? How he can say, "I only do what I see my Father do," how I can say only what I hear my Father say, is because he illustrates for us what it's like to live in heavenly places towards earth. Everything he did brokering that world into this one through his obedience. But it was the ascended life. It was literally dwelling in that sense of presence and living from there. Most of us live inferior, asking for him to invade. Not wrong, not evil, just weaker. I can't prove this yet, so let me just throw it out as an idea. For me, the difference is the difference between a servant and a son.
Did you catch that? So 3 big quotes, 3 big lines. One is, "It's my desire that we learn the practice and the understanding of this in Bethel community in the next couple of years." Now that was spoken last October, so almost a year ago. How long has Bethel been in existence? How long have we followed Bethel? I mean, obviously I have several children that have been out there, and lots of spiritual children who've been there, and we've been there many times ourselves. We honor and love Bethel, and it's been an amazing godsend to the body of Christ. But he's acknowledging there's a new realm, a new frontier that they are still in need of exploring and possessing or practicing. And he says some people call this the ascended life. And then at the end, he goes on to say, and he qualifies it, he says, "I can't prove this, but it's his understanding that is the difference between living from earth to heaven, trying to get God to come down, versus living in heaven with the mind of Christ, seeing and doing, hearing what Father's saying and doing, and speaking down into the earth. The difference between those two perspectives is the difference between servant and son, servanthood and sonship. Folks, this is powerful to me, because not only have we all felt that that is the essence of what we're moving into, but it's now coming out into what I would call more mainstream and being validated. We're already past the threshold into a very exciting brand new age. And we get to be, of all people, get to be the ones who are forerunners and foretastes of what is happening among us. Is that exciting to you?